Pay me and I'll do it.
Someone still owes me $50.
Your co-host.
Come,
And I'm starting thingy
what?
things.
I'm doing a Snapchat, Jeez. Jeez. Dads After Dark time. Alana's here.
Gotta mute that.
Oh gosh.
Shit. Diva Dads, and then I go pee. Dads After Dark loop. What the hell is going on? Oh, minimize.
I was vibing.
Share screen. Yes, share computer sound. Sure.
Here. Do you need me to do the Facebook post?
Yes, please. I'm
okay.
Going to
Can you see me? I can't see you.
Not yet.
Oh. Ah! I don't know how I got back to being vertical.
It worked. It was fine.
I apologize.
Always, like, it's just always inverted. Like, I'm backwards right now. Set up or it's always inverted?
Mine is. I'm like a mirror right now, or like.
There's a setting that you can change that'll flip it.
I'm just
But like everybody else, you're still backwards.
Am I normal?
yes.
I think so. That's all it took for me to figure that out. Alana.
Yeah.
I see you. That's so cool.
I know. I see you.
Nothing's happening yet, right? I can like talk.
I don't.
No, you're good. Well, I mean, it's screaming, but it's fine.
I'm not something I'm supposed to be doing. There are a lot of.
No, we got you. Alana, you're supposed to lock the door.
Am I supposed to not be inside my parents' house?
No, I love this journey for you.
Yes, I was like, I might shout. Just ignore it.
This is what happens as soon as the episode ends. Literally all the men have to go pee. So it's girls. And most time, unless people are very prompt like you all are today, it's just me sitting on Zoom by myself while the men empty their
I
glass.
don't know who's on here.
So you can scroll across.
Hi, Christina.
Oh my gosh. This is delightful.
Parker, you got a haircut.
Yes. My goodness. Wow.
Welcome
This is-
back, Rod.
Oh, thanks.
Catherine, I talked about you.
Yeah,
What?
I watched that part of it while I was painting at the theater.
That's cool. Oh, that is the most Catherine thing you could say. Yes.
Yeah, Beth and I were listening to the episode while we were
I
painting.
locked the door, but he still got in.
What?
Wait, I thought you locked the door.
I
Is
did.
there
I
a way I
locked the
can-
door.
Is there a way I can
His
like
way in.
see everybody all at once?
You will as soon as we finish this music.
While I was painting at the theater.
I see 4 of you at a time.
And if you
I
go
have a
to
mobile
view,
device.
if you go to view and do gallery, you should be able to see everything.
I can see just 4 of you at a time. View, gallery.
Yay!
Dana brought me half a paper towel.
Oh,
Gosh dang considerate.
Shoot, Dunkirk.
Notice how I didn't add any money to Parker's fund.
It's starting right now. Okay, Dana, theme song.
I'm working on it.
I can see 4 at a time.
Dina. Dina.
Dina.
Ah,
Dina.
Yay.
Dina.
Hi, Casey Kate.
Hi.
oh my gosh.
Gosh dang.
Oh,
Dunkirk.
Notice how
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
cry.
add any money to
I was
Parker's.
starting the show.
That's
Starting the show. Working on it.
Dina.
glasses up and sit your asses down. Coming to you live from their living rooms to yours, it's time for Dads After Dark.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diva Dads After Dark.
Glasses
Very
up
special guest.
and sit your
Somebody
asses
got there.
down.
One day he'll figure it out.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know.
It's horrible.
How many months have you done this show now?
I know. Somebody's got their volume up on their YouTube stream. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diva Dads After Dark. Very special guest. I'm just going to start muting people. Okay, we're good.
I'm good.
We did
Thank
it.
you guys for joining us for Dads After Dark. We do have our guest carrying over, Miss Christina Freeman. Go catch the show if you didn't watch it because it was fantastic. And we have Kate the Great brushing her teeth and dancing.
What
I have
else is
no
there to
idea
do?
what's happening right now. Casey, Carrie, David, Cody, Scott, Parker, and KT, as I'll call her now, Catherine Thomas. Thank you guys for joining.
There, look, it's Anakin Skywalker.
I still don't know how to see everybody on screen all at once. Is that a thing I can do? I'm just like scrolling on by.
Up to the top right.
Well, are you on a mobile device?
Yeah, I'm on a mobile device. Is that
Yeah, you may not be able to see
Yeah,
everybody.
you can only do
Just announce yourselves often, please.
How is everyone's evening?
Great.
Great.
Friday.
Parker, hot chocolate.
Yes. Parker, how was your lesson with Carrie today?
Good.
Yes.
What would you have said if she wasn't here?
What?
If she wasn't here, would you still would have said it was good?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I
the
believe
right
you.
answer.
Come on,
Dana.
That's the right answer.
It's Carrie. How could it not
What
be
you got
great?
there? Darth. Oh, heck yeah.
Nice.
I've lost mine. Rodney borrowed it last week and hasn't returned it.
You didn't lose it. Rodney's got it.
Yeah, well, I'll never see it again. Carrie, I love your hair.
I know it's so pretty.
Who did we lose already?
Mike.
My insanity.
Always mine.
Who else?
Of course.
He doesn't even have to
He
drive
doesn't want
home.
to owe me $1.
I win.
Oh, it's true. Oh, I need to
That's
update.
true. How rich are you now? How much money have you made?
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
I might have to go vertical again. Maybe I'll see more of your faces.
$28.
$28.
That's a lot of dollars.
I've only collected
And
$1.
Dana owes me most of it.
He does.
Parker,
What it's
Parker,
worth, it has not been made
$28.
clear to me where we're supposed to pay this. So
Venmo, it's to me. Hold on. What's my
There it
Venmo?
is. Yep. Found you.
this doesn't seem like the most
I
trustworthy
got a tracker.
system.
I got a tracker.
It doesn't seem like it's on the up and up.
I'm at
Just maybe a little bit.
Venmo at Adrian-Dobson. I also accept money for margaritas and queso. Oh, speaking of, Carrie and I,
Speaking of,
yeah, we stopped by Mad Taco to see Kiki, which we didn't really get to see Kiki because he was very, very busy, but we tried their new pineapple jalapeno. 10 out of 10.
Pineapple jalapeno what?
margarita.
Taco.
I was like, just pineapple jalapeno? That sounds like some kind of weird science experiment.
I would be
That
down
sounds
for
like
that.
it would hurt my stomach, but
Yeah, it would hurt my stomach for sure.
I'd be in pain. for a long
But it
time.
hurts so good.
Hurts so
Hey, Rodney, are you talking
good.
about weird science experiments with your yolk?
Am I what?
Talking about weird
I
science.
remember during my history, so
experiments with your
I
egg
remember
yolk?
during my history, so I paid up.
Oh my god.
I heard y'all talking about it, so I went and put on my Wolves jersey.
You're amazing. I just packed mine up and put it in my like keepsakes box because I moved, and I was like, I read the Marie Kondo book, you know, and tried to purge all my stuff, but I'm like, what do I do with this giant soccer ball? But I did not get rid of it. That's for sure.
I haven't
ever.
Dance bar, but it's the kids.
Gotcha.
Half of it.
So
Dana has never heard of the Wolves before tonight. Idiot.
Fake fan.
You know what's
Like
crazy,
dogs,
y'all?
but bigger.
I moved.
Or
I moved
almost half the team's here, isn't it?
a new apartment like 0.6 miles away from this theater, and I looked at their website, and the first picture that they have up is a bunch of girls in soccer uniforms, and I'm like, I just missed it. That's crazy.
Isn't about half the
Linda,
team here right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got-
because like a lot of you, Harry and Jen, all here. Wolves represent.
Oh my.
So
I wanted to
David-
tell you that I had seen a Annie in the Zilker Hillside Theater.
Really?
And,
Oh,
like, but this was like 7 years ago, 8 years. I don't even know, a long time ago. But I thought like the quality of that production was just off the charts. And so
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen shows. I'm assuming so. If you're from us and you've seen shows there.
Mhm. Yeah, I have.
I love that. Just kind of throw a blanket and it was amazing.
I'm so excited.
I have a message from you from Will Bradford. Cynthia wanted to come on, but she can't. But she wanted to say that she loves you and that Will still talks about you when you were his student teacher. Also, David and Cody are officially paid up.
That's amazing.
And
Oh
Casey,
my gosh.
Casey just sent me way too much money for queso and margaritas.
For child's education, listen, it was all, I paid off everybody's Parker Greer fund.
No, you allowed yourself multiple curse words this evening.
That's true. You're thinking ahead.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just waiting for an even 20.
You're $2 away, Dana. You want to make it that day? You
No
wanna
way. I'll by the end of the night, Parker Greer.
You'll be paid. Yeah.
We don't count like after dark though, right?
If Parker's
If he's still here.
Parker, go to bed.
Look, it's Linda Bendixson.
Yay!
Linda.
Hey.
Wow.
Linda, how was your therapy this evening?
Excellent. Thank you, Christina.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't ask. I wish I did.
Adrian.
I had some questions for you, but I left them unasked.
Oh, yes. I'd be delighted.
Oh, no, I'm enjoying listening to everyone. For once, I'm going to be quiet. In a rare moment, Linda Bendixson will be quiet.
I understand that. You feel
Sure,
that.
Linda.
Linda, I was listening to the Harold show from last week when I was working out throughout the week this week. And when Harold was telling the story, you were there live at the Village.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was telling the story about Mark falling, face first, and you said something about his forehead and caught him or something. Like I had to rewind that. Did she really say? Like I could hear you yelling that in the audio feed.
It was really okay. No, I said it quietly, and Taylor yelled it.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, yeah. What else do we have to say? But it's true. He has like this. So no worries.
No one bullies Mark more than Linda.
The Cro-Magnon thing caught it, and he was okay. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not Cro-Magnon. Maybe it's the Anyway.
It works.
And by the way, this is how you keep your marriage spicy.
Marital tips. A great
all kinds of advice today.
Yeah, y'all don't want to know the conversation that led up to the daddy question.
Wait, what'd you say, Adrian?
I said y'all don't want to know.
Okay, somebody.
Echoey.
I'm about to start meeting people.
Demi. Is it me?
Lost Dobson.
Hey, hello. I'm back.
Not you.
Hello.
There was a lot of conversation that led up to the that daddy question. That I won't share.
Oh. But it sounds so juicy.
I'm charging $50 for the answer to the one question I dropped. I'll charge $100 for that tea. Oh, goodness.
Mike?
How much of that is
Daniela.
already paid?
Yeah, I wish I had my computer. So you're just gonna see my nice little finger flicking away.
It's all good.
Christina, I'll just drive to your apartment. I'll be there in like 20 minutes.
I am so glad we're in the same city.
I
This
know,
is
and we
amazing.
haven't done anything.
Yeah, remember the pandemic?
I know. We talked about it like 2 months ago, and then it was like, yeah, when this all goes away, and you know,
And
we're
we're
still
like-
waiting on that. So
Yeah, looking at our bad watches.
there's a lot of TTC people that live in Austin, and none of us can reconnect. So
I know it's really quite a shame.
I know Armin's right there too.
Listen, if you guys all move to New York, we'll all hang out every day. Which
Yeah.
apparently we New York
I did that.
folk
It was
do.
really expensive, so I left.
On my way.
I know. I'm like,
So I don't
you
know.
should see what I'm paying for my little place now. I don't think I can do that.
Okay, so we started talking about this show right at the very end, but Christina, what is your favorite memory and then like least favorite memory from your time in Rocky Horror?
Rocky Horror. Okay.
Yes.
Favorite and least. Oh, there are so many favorites. That is one show that I can barely listen to it because it makes me so painfully nostalgic. And also the goosebumps come so hard. They're like physically painful. That was such a fun show. One of the favorite moments, this is such a weirdly specific moment, but when there was like a short few seconds where, I mean, basically anytime I was with Jensen was just a blast. Like he just makes things so much fun and so comfortable, especially in a show like that was kind of pushing my boundaries a little bit. And I loved getting to do Toucha with him. He made that so much fun in those wonderful sequined shorty shorts. But one of the funniest moments, I felt like it was almost like the eye of the storm or like the calm before the storm. Whereas when the moment right before we get caught together, where I would be like, he'd be like laying on this, I don't know if it was like a bed or an operating kind of table in the show. And I would have to be like on him frozen so that they could like wheel us out for a big reveal. And like that one little moment where it was like, our faces were like right here. I'm like, okay, here we go. Like we're doing it again. Like here's the, like, just, it was such a fun, sweet moment of like, what a weird, intimate situation to be in with a friend, that you love, but it was always just such a fun moment. And then of course the show just got crazy from there. So that was kind of like the one moment of like breathing deeply before we go into the rest of the chaos that is Rocky Horror Show.
I love Cameron's interview when we asked about his favorite memory from Rocky, and he couldn't remember a favorite memory, but he ended up talking about how sweaty we were and the mixture of like sweat and boas, feather boas. That's his memory.
Oh yeah, that's I mean, that brings me to one of my least favorite memories, which is that the feathers, I think they're cockroaches 100% of the time when I see them on the floor, because someone will walk by them and the air of their walking will propel the feather, which then I think is a crawling bug. So I have about 3,000 mini heart attacks because, I mean, it's in the mixture of all the actual cockroaches that, reside. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it.
We have great pest control now. I will say though that I was there, like, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, and I walked up to turn off the alarm and this little teeny mouse was just like, sup?
Uninvited patrons.
Yes. And then he like took off in one direction and I was like, Matt, help.
You can't even blame the cast for leaving food around now either.
No, it's true.
I mean, it just happens. I found a cockroach in my house yesterday. I mean, it's
Texas.
They're everywhere. It's just what happens. Yeah. But do I like them? No. I have to burn the whole place down and move again. And I'm not not excited about that.
It's really inconvenient.
Every time.
Christina, where are you right now?
I am in my parents' bathroom. You know, we all like to hang out in our parents' bathrooms because my new apartment is not yet equipped with Wi-Fi. So, you know, had to make do. And I just told them, if you hear loud singing or loud shouting, just I am not in danger. Just continue watching Jeopardy and save an episode for me so we can watch it together.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember who I was
Stop
talking
shaking
to.
your head, Cody.
It's just so sweet. And it's such a Christina Freeman thing of save an episode of Jeopardy so that we can watch it together. It's adorable.
I love Jeopardy. I love it. I love it. And I love my parents. They're great. Yeah.
Sorry, you didn't phrase that in the form of a question.
What is, I love Alex Trebek. He's a Canadian American treasure.
All right, Dana, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, it's cool. Cody talked over me, but you know, it's okay.
You make it so easy.
I do, don't I?
Like a victim.
Fine, go on. Just go on. Ask your question.
So I don't recall who I was speaking with. This was about a month or two ago. But they had asked me, how you've not been in a show with Christina Freeman? Like, they just assumed like you had this, I guess your run at TTC was very impactful, and people just assumed that everyone has worked with Christina, and I had not. And hearing you on the I Believe in TTC fundraiser and hearing you tonight, like, I'm missing out. So thank you again, because you are an absolute treasure, like everyone says.
Oh my goodness.
There,
That is
there.
There.
Y'all didn't
that
go
is so
into the
kind.
whole little.
I just love you guys.
I see that for that part though, y'all didn't go into the what actually happened opening night though.
Oh,
What
where
actually?
we
Oh no.
Street,
Did I?
street.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that.
And
Why
Hoffman-
was that
Hoffman's
so
head
hard?
kind
It
of
should not
exploded.
have been so hard.
Yeah.
It's
You
hard.
count to 8.
But it was hard.
Yep.
Hard to count. It's hard to count.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the final note basically is the Beam and Barbara Fleet 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Street.
And we were like, Fleet.
Street.
What show do you
Oh,
think
because we were all too
Barbara
scared to
Fleet
get it
Street?
wrong. Yeah.
That would be sweet.
Oh,
Good job.
Okay, do you want to hear what Dana did? So if you didn't watch the episode, Roger Pine did a breakdown of Todd
Oh yeah.
that was 100% ironic because he was Sweeney Todd. And Dana's response to the breakdown was like, did he just like not want to do it? Like, what did you say?
He did ask, was it a joke?
You know, Cody very politely pointed out that there are
polite
many
person.
episodes, one of which Roger Pine is on, that I could revisit on YouTube if I'd like. So
Yeah.
One of which we talk about Sweeney Todd all the time.
We do talk about Sweeney Todd.
You can pick out
Dana,
any
Dana.
episode, and I'm sure Roger Pine, it's Sweeney Todd, will come up during it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dana,
Yeah.
you have to learn how to play those moments off. You needed to come back and be like, haha, gotcha. You just thought that I thought. You gotta be
So
faster, man.
what was so
You've
great
been
about it was
Martin.
that Dana asked, "Where was I?" as though he's not one of the hosts of the show.
Roger
Like,
and
we
I
know
had-
where you were.
Yeah, he was in that bottle there next to him.
But wait, Linda has a great directorial eye. So
She does. She's giving you acting lessons.
I love it.
You got to
Somebody's
take
got to.
direction and go with it, and then you're successful. I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
What I love is
I
that
want to try that. Thank you, Casey.
Dana
I
has
drank
also
about this much
complained.
the first night, this much this night.
Dana's also vented about the fact that the women in his life complain about him not listening, and I feel like at least every other episode there's an incident where Dana's like blah 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 blah, and we're like,
Love is huge.
Well, and also the fact that he was making fun of Mike not remembering the ensemble members, not remembering that you've already had that bit. So you were making fun of another Diva Dad's memory as you were forgetting yourself.
You could always do what I do for shows, which is write it all down and stick it in your bra so that you never ever forget what's about to happen, just in case you have like a moment of panic and forget. Just in any situation.
I did. I always screwed up. What was that? Oh, I'm supposed to yell "Well-born" whenever I leave.
Where you taped it on the wall,
and I taped it on the wall. Say "Well-born." And the first 2 shows, I just ran right past it and didn't even look.
Dana, you really sucked at that.
So
Yeah,
I don't know
you
that
messed
helped.
up my scene, Dana.
You messed up my scene, Dana.
Oh yeah,
I'm
our
panicking
scene,
at the
Dana.
soundboard, you know.
Right,
I'm like, do I turn his mic on? Do I just leave it low? I don't know.
That's the tea.
The things you have to go through, Catherine, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. You're one of a kind, and oh wow, I could never do the things you do.
Kiki, how was work today?
Kiki, what?
I'm eating a cookie.
Is that an answer to the question?
That is the answer to the question.
Are you gonna come work at Village with me tomorrow?
Yeah. If you want me to.
Having brunch
Yeah,
there
I want you
tomorrow.
Oh.
I was just looking through like my box of keepsakes as I was moving and trying to like Marie Kondo myself into not having, I don't know, an anxiety disorder. But oh my gosh, I found a card that you wrote me back when we were in Century Singers together, and I found one from Kate too, and they're so sweet. Thank you guys for bringing me to this family.
Welcome anytime, darling. Was your first show Little Mermaid?
Mm-hmm. Flotsam and Jetsam. We have them both here now.
But which is which?
I'm logging off. Goodbye. I'm leaving this call. I came here for a safe environment.
Keith is Flotsam.
So what's also good about that though is
what
right up now, Keith doesn't want to talk about it. So I actually don't know which one was which.
Yeah, I don't know which is which either.
Yeah, same.
So Keith was Flotsam, right? And Catherine was Jetsam?
I don't even care anymore.
Is that right? Or was
I
this
just
all
wanna be
ironic the whole time?
number 1. I don't even want to know.
Is that right?
Christina's right.
Okay.
It matters, Keith.
You
It
have
matters.
to remember that Catherine
Thanks,
starts with a
playing
K, which is
fishbowl
right
so
next
many
to J,
times.
which is
It doesn't matter anymore. I quit.
no, it's easy now because
You're
Catherine
both
starts with a
stars.
K, and K's next to J, and so therefore Catherine was Jetsam.
But Keith starts
It's
as
also with a K.
Catherine, we need to make our t-shirts.
Actually, you both
I
matter.
need to figure that out.
I'll help you. We'll talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yes, for rehearsal.
The thing is, am I going to put on a
Hey,
bodysuit?
Kiki. Are you gonna ditch our D&D group again this week for Frisbee?
No, I am off
You
Monday.
did this for Frisbee?
Are you sure?
Keith, do you know how much work it takes to put together a D&D campaign?
I know exactly how much work it takes.
I don't think that you do.
And I'm not going to lie. I forgot that we had it on Monday, and I had already said I wanted to play Frisbee.
You did.
But
you
you
committed.
missed it.
There was 3 of us.
This is a bad sign, Kiki.
Well, I don't even.
What if you miss another one? I'm making
The
an
rest of us are ready to go.
I will be ready to go on.
Not unless I kill your character first.
Oh.
If you
Cody,
kill
when
my
are we
character,
doing our Austin campaign? That's
Who's
what
the
we need
DM?
to do. You DM?
Who?
You, me, Renee? Cody.
Cody's the DM?
I'm asking.
No, it's Andrew Robler.
No, I'm asking if he would do one for us.
Oh.
You remember that time on Dexter's Laboratory that Dee Dee was the DM? Wasn't that a great episode?
That
Yes,
is
that
awesome.
was
Remember
a great
that?
show
It was
altogether.
a great episode. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that we're talking about D&D. Do y'all want to see what I wear when I play?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, please.
Oh,
It's what she's
100%.
wearing right now. It's the
I
moose.
can
knife.
always-
Love you,
Bye,
Carrie.
Carrie.
Bye. Oh, I love it.
Because I'm an elf in both of my campaigns, so.
That's
Wait,
so
you're an elf
amazing.
again? I don't know if I can love an elf, you know?
But I'm a monk,
Well,
an elf
Kate
monk.
and I are in love. I just want to
Don't tell him that.
We are in love secretly.
Great.
I'm
Before
excited to wear my Spock uniform to work next Friday because we have costume days.
I was gonna
Did I
say,
find the perfect job or what?
I saw in your bio for the post that you joined River City Pop. That's awesome. Congratulations. I
Thank
texted my
you.
friends that used to be in it and I was like,
Yes.
hey,
I made my
there's
own.
this girl coming
Wait, who
in.
are the friends that you used to have in it?
Chris Deo and Matt Stubbs.
Yes, and you know who joined?
Who?
Keith Reed Akers.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Hiding.
So cool.
Is Miranda and Ao still in it?
Miranda, yes, Miranda and I are like became fast friends. Ao's not, but I have met him and we hit it off too. Yeah.
Tell her and him that I love them. I've known them for like 6 or 7 years.
What? That's awesome. Yeah, she and I went to San Antonio. Like we met the first night of, you know, our first rehearsal, and immediately that night made plans to go to San Antonio together and watch a live podcast, and then we did.
I
It was
love
so fun.
that.
It was amazing.
I hope you really enjoy that group. It's really fun.
Thank you. It's tough because it's all virtual now, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping it can still work out.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Jennifer, we said the same
Great
thing.
great minds think alike.
I love that. This is perfect. This is perfect.
So what's the one that has the funny dice? Is it that game?
Yes.
Okay. Because my twins were really, I have a pouch full of funny dice if anybody wants them.
Please.
They're
Are they pretty? I'll take them.
dodecahedrons, tetrahedrons. You know, there's nothing
Oh,
funny
here he
about
goes. I said you have a dizzying intellect. Here he goes.
it. They're perfectly beautiful platonic solids.
Alana's dice are really pretty. She has like metal ones that are really heavy, and she has sparkly ones.
I also have
I
glow in the
love-
dark Halloween
I
ones.
love buying
and a whole
dice for
pastel
friends
set.
as gifts. It's like such a beautiful gift to give someone. It's like, I know
D&D dice?
what you like. Yes.
Yeah,
Because there's so many
absolutely.
cool personalizable ones that you can buy. That's awesome.
You can also buy ones made of crystal, so you can get like rose quartz D&D dice. If you'd like to, if you my birthday just passed, but I'll have another one. Christmas is coming up.
Halloween's basically a holiday for Alana.
Yes, it is.
Yes, honestly, it is. Well, it should be. That's amazing.
Christina,
Yes.
what is your go-to
I
song?
should have bought my computer.
What is your go-to song when you dance around your abode?
Oh gosh. Okay. I actually have a whole playlist of like specifically dancing around my house songs. One of the go-tos lately has been, let me see, Black Parade. Yes.
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 When you were talking about crystals just now, I was like, do you charge them in a full moon like Beyonce does? Because you should. In fact, I do. That's a good one. Kate, you were listening to this earlier. Please commit to filming the choreo for Worth It for me, because I do try to do it every time. I only know 4 counts of the about 32 counts.
I actually think I still have it all memorized.
Oh, you mean
Wow.
this?
I can't imagine that you don't. Like, I don't know a world. I don't want to be a part of a world where you don't. So I just know the slappy part.
Yeah, the slap part's the best.
Because that was and it's very Alexis-y, isn't it? Honestly, yeah. And the knee part that was in Little Mermaid, Adrian.
It was. I incorporated that choreography into the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that's why it stuck with me.
We made all these tiny children dance Fifth Harmony dances.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was a great
Look,
one.
you're talking to the person who also got single ladies into Adam's Family choreography as well. So
That is amazing.
We also did that in Fiddler in the background.
We did in slow motion. That's another Jensen moment. I remember we were in Beards, Catherine, of course.
It was great.
Just like really slowly.
We did it on a diagonal, and like one of us would move, and the other one would move in a ripple, and we were just doing that the entire time.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Does anyone have the bottle dance that they could maybe shoot to me? Because it's been brought up on several of our shows, and I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
I physically couldn't do it anymore, I guarantee you.
Yeah,
I still can't believe I did that, much less that I auditioned.
I'll send you pictures of my knee bruises.
The recording was made of the whole show, so I think Ty was the one who did that one.
I think so.
Yeah. I just pick one where I don't drop it, please.
Same.
Maybe
So, yeah, you weren't the only one, Christina. I said that in the chat.
that's
I
not
dropped it
most of
once
them.
too.
Okay.
The night my
I
daughter
love
showed
that
up.
during that segment
Oh,
when
no.
we were talking about that, Adrian's like, we didn't cheat. Like very proud of the fact that you
That's not
guys
true.
had to do it that way.
I have magnets.
Without
But it
glue.
Yeah,
still
there were
felt
magnets.
Yeah.
But they were not full.
There were magnets and it didn't work.
But they were not meant to keep it from falling. They were meant because it was like light. You know what I mean? Like it was not a glass bottle. So, because I mean, it's still full.
So is
I
that
wish
saying
it- wish it didn't.
Is that saying the philosophy is if you cheat on a test but you fail, is it not cheating?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It wasn't cheating. It was magnets.
Yeah.
Well, and James didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, James
Yeah.
show did not have any magnets. James show was
But James has a male-sized head.
Yeah,
So I mean,
James will talk about this. He had an incredibly flat head, and that bottle just never moved. So
I mean, he put it on.
remember,
at,
I would do it if I could put a regular water bottle straight on my head. I could do it. Is the hat? I'll die on this hill. It was the hat.
He put that bottle on his head after
was.
vows and walked into the lobby with it on there the whole time.
Every show.
Every show.
Yes. Meanwhile, I like walked into the lobby with like a beard in one hand and like pearls in the other hand and stippling and my face was not doing well.
Yeah, y'all would have to carry about
You
6
have your
props
dice,
out from
Parker?
Baptist.
Cool color.
Ooh, cool.
I like those, dude.
Hey, my mommy's. This is my mommy's dice, actually.
What?
It's a wizard's hat.
Ooh.
That is very cool.
It's
I've
like a
never
top.
seen that kind. It
Parker,
reminds
did
me
you
of
get
Inception.
Mine is in my bag.
He's prepared.
Because my
I
uncle
like
told me
those.
to always carry a 20-sided dice.
Yeah, get those
That's
nat
true.
20s.
Yep, that's called Parker. That's called an icosahedron. Okay, an
I'll never
icosahedron.
Katie. Do y'all want to hear a story about how I messed up?
Always.
Yes.
Okay, so I think it was from Matilda. Director gifts. I got like a card with some stuff, and one of the cards was this like $100 off this like naked wine service where it's like a subscription service, but it was like $100 off. And it's one of those things just like HelloFresh where you can do the $100, but then it'll charge you after that, and you just have to cancel your subscription. I never canceled it. And I didn't like go to claim it until like, I don't even remember when, like maybe, I don't know, maybe or beginning of the year. So I got a notice the other day that was like, you have $300 in wine credits. You should do that. And so, yes, Parker, it's a lot of wine. I was only able to spend like 150 of it so far, but like this is a big box of wine.
You need a wine
This a
refrigerator.
mistake.
Thank goodness it gets right, but then
I haven't visited Brian in a while, but
What
that answers that question.
I didn't have any white, and I was just like thinking the other day, I really need, because all I have is reds and I haven't been in the mood for red. I was like, I need something white and refreshing. And then I got that email and I was like, oh no. It had been charging $40 a month to like a credit card that I don't really use. So yeah, this is like $150.
Oh no, so much wine. Oh no.
Here's the bright side. Here's the bright side is that like Naked
Bright
Wine.
side is the wine.
It's independent winemakers. So it's like all these people that are like doing it on their own.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you're
Especially in this
yes.
climate.
So subscription money like goes to them to help them like make their wine. So like I'm
Local
doing
business.
this for everybody.
You're supporting local business.
Yes.
Exactly.
You support
and-
local business, Adrian, if you need help.
Yeah, we'll help you help them.
I was gonna say, I'm more than happy to help you.
Yeah,
Whatever
it's a
way
mistake that like I'm not totally mad at, but here's where things get like even more magical. So I've like ordered booze before, like oh, my mom just texted me. Y'all, it's not to yell at me. She says I'm coming to visit so I can help with the wine. Okay.
Well, this isn't like the tattoo story then.
No. Okay, but so my UPS guy is extremely friendly, but whenever you order alcohol, you have to sign for it. Like they have to prove that you're 21 and up. And so I was out of the house a lot today and I was like, oh God, please don't like come while I'm gone. And then I got home and it still wasn't here. And so then we were going to start the episode and I was like, oh no, someone's going to knock on my door like in the middle of this episode and that's going to be annoying. But then he showed up while we're getting ready for the episode, but he just like knocked on the door and left the box and I opened the door and I was like, oh, do you need? And he's like, oh, I know you, you're good. And he's like, I know you need your medicine. And then he left and I was like, this is what a wonderful world. Thank you for my medicine.
He knows you.
He did. It was kind of insulting that like he didn't need to check my ID, but it was just like, I know you, you're good. It's fine. Take the wine.
If we ever do Who's Holiday again, this has got to work its way into the show.
You know, I was thinking about that show today and like how to do it in a post-pandemic world. It means like no sitting on people's laps, like no sharing pigs and blankets, like a lot of things would have to adjust.
That's sad.
I know.
You
I
do
know.
sit on my lap every time I see it, so
Well, that's because you cheated last time.
I did cheat. I did 100%.
I was pointing at Will. I was like, dude with the glasses, and then I like didn't even recognize.
I was like quickly looking for a pair of glasses to put on.
It worked.
Walking down the aisle, I was like, you've done this before, cheater. Yes, Casey Gilbert.
Yeah, I was gonna say Casey has her hand up. As a teacher, we need to acknowledge her.
I saw it off Broadway starring Leslie Margarita, and she did not come into the audience one time. So it is possible in a post-pandemic world.
She is only in her house, really, as y'all are.
It's true. I guess I could just throw food at people.
And I
Just
just
put on gloves really slowly for.
Be quietly so I don't lose my equity card if you need me. Quietly so they can't hear who I am. You don't have to stay inside the room or outside the room. You can't just like.
Hey, Casey, can you sing the Dandelion song?
Oh my God.
Like a dandelion, perfect for me. I don't know how to do it quite as out of tune as you want it, but
Casey was in a children's production of Bridge to Terabithia in Houston, where the leads had to play guitar and sing, and they could not.
I have a dobro here, so I can probably reenact the full.
Oh,
she's prepared.
That's sort of- It only has 3 strings.
I am amazed.
I was.
It doesn't need any more strings. That sounds
3
great.
is good. 3 is all you really need.
True.
There's another theater that I was messaging because they're doing Rocky Horror, like they just had auditions.
Yeah.
And I know the guy, and so I messaged him, and I was like, "Tell what you doing over there? How you doing it?" And there's social distancing, and the audience has to wear masks. And he showed me some pictures from rehearsal where all the actors have to wear masks too. And I was like, is that like taking away from the performance? And he goes, oh no, we won't wear them like during Tech Week and the performances. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So it's still like not okay. He said there's less choreography, and I was like, well, are you guys like just not touching? Like, is there like no groping in your version of?
I think the argument is when they've been together, the argument that they're using currently is if they've been together all those weeks and everybody's been asymptomatic, if they've been careful everywhere else, which is fair, but that's the unknown factor.
That's the unknown factor.
Yeah.
No, and that's how a lot of theaters are phrasing it. And so my question to them, because like I've been trying to, because there are success stories of people out there like doing live theater. And so I'm on them like saying, hey, how did you do this? What did you do? Are you testing all the time? But the answer I always get is like, well, you know, they're just doing their best. And when it comes to people quarantining outside of like rehearsals and performances, I asked one theater, I was like, what are your rules and expectations for people because they are coming together to like sing and perform the show? And they're like, everyone's just doing their best. But, you know, he was telling me that like one of his actors is a doctor. Okay.
I mean, I am tested 3 times a week at work and I still got it.
Oh no.
Better now, but I got it. I mean, it is a sneaky one. I would not have known at all if not for the fact that my work tests us proactively 3 times a week. Thankfully, it's not the brain tickly kind. It's the nose tickly kind. But I would not have known at all. Yeah, it was also on my birthday that I tested positive. So 2020 strikes again. But yeah, it is. I mean, I'm incredibly blessed not to have been more ill. I was just very tired and very achy, and that's even arguable because I'm always quite tired and achy. But I mean, it is to be taken seriously because I mean, 3 times a week and I still got it, and I don't do
that's crazy
much of anything. Yeah.
I got it at the very beginning of the pandemic, and that's mostly just because I was in New York and like.
And then it even like.
Yeah. Like, how can you possibly not? You know, you gotta.
So I mean, the virtual I feel like have given the best version of what theater or in a mid-pandemic world rather. I don't know if you guys have seen the New York Times article about the extending the end of is doing the choreography for Godspell. They have extended till the end of September. They're doing basically everybody wears masks on stage unless they are actively singing. And they have a like giant plexiglass screen between the stage and the audience. But it has been working thus far. So I feel like that's like the model, at least of equity theater, that is going to be followed from here forward.
I think our biggest hurdle is like some of the, like in order to do any of that, your community has to meet certain guidelines and our community does not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. You can't ask people not to go to work or whatever. Yeah.
What's one like Adrienne Rowell is pregnant.
That's true. Well, if you ever do somehow figure out how to do a virtual version, you just let me know because I can do it from right
in her parents' bathroom.
Yes.
Where else?
Exactly.
And a virtual Rocky with remnants of all 4 casts.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that would be the dream.
That'd be so cool.
I can't even tell you how many times I've filmed on like submissions on this wall right behind me.
That's incredible.
What can you do? World.
Christina.
Yes.
So, how your last show was Rocky, as we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been a show that we've done since you've left that you would have liked to have been a part of?
Mamma Mia. Oh, that looked like so much fun. I mean, the 2 that I've seen, I wonder if every theater person feels this, but sometimes I feel really sad seeing shows, like not even just at my former theater, but like there's this very, very palpable sadness that I feel when I see live theater because of like the desire to have been a part of that, you know, whether it's like a professional level or, you know, a community level. And so that almost always happens. Like there's almost always a part of me that is kind of like reticent to go because I know it will make me a little bit sad. Just like, I mean, for lack of a better word, it's FOMO, you know, I just want to have, I want to have been part of it because I know how magical all those experiences are. But like the trio in Little Shop, Carrie, oh my gosh, like that was so overwhelmingly wonderful. That was a blast to watch.
Yeah, you were mentioning ensemble before. In Little Shop, I wasn't an ensemble, but I was like behind the scenes while the trio was singing a lot of the time, and I loved just being able to hear that, and I wished I could have seen it, but I was backstage and couldn't see it. But there were moments, and I'm leading to my question. There were moments of like before that first spin, when all that stuff is going on downtown and all that, I don't get to see it. I just see shadows, and it was a very emotional thing. Like the point of the tune, and the lyrics, and hearing them sing, of course, is just amazing. Anyways, that was a great ensemble cast. But is there any shows that you've been a part of that you felt like, yeah, like I wished I could have seen what was going on in the show when I wasn't able to?
I mean, yes, for sure. I still am like afraid. I have a copy of Rocky, and I'm afraid to watch it because it's just, I know I can't even listen to like other people sing those songs without getting like real choked up. So I know it's just gonna make me really sad. But I'm going home. Like that moment where I was like genuinely crying in Rocky Horror, I would have loved to like feel what that, like, I hope that we communicated those feelings that I was feeling, you know, to the audience. Cause that was a lot of feelings. I'm sure that there are, I mean, pretty much every show, I wish I could watch them all a little bit apart from myself. Cause I, you know, if I'm watching a show that I'm in, I will almost always just watch myself and judge myself harshly. And I wish I could separate myself from that and enjoy, you know, those shows for the art that they are, not just for, you know, the judgment of my skill. Hi, Kitty.
I will say that during Rock of Ages, there was always a little crack in the set piece or whatever, where I could look out and watch you and Dominic doing "Hit Me with Your Best Shot."
Oh, that's another one I would love to see. Oh, Dom, I love him.
Yeah, it would always get me psyched up for Tyler and I's next move. Next number.
That was such a fun show. Yeah, that would be. I love those moments where you can find like your little vantage point through like a nail hole or whatever and watch those special scenes. That is amazing.
That was one of the really good things about when we did Passion Assassins.
Man,
For the Assassins portion, we actually got to sit on a stage and watch like half of the show. If you weren't on stage, wonderful. you were in the wings, and the wings were open for those of you who didn't get to see it. All of the side curtains got drawn up. So we would, throughout the show, if we were not performing on stage, we would in character go into the wings and just watch what was happening. And it was so great to get to experience those scenes, because the show was really just such a good ensemble piece. But getting to see all of these incredible numbers from castmates who were, I mean, that was an amazing cast in that show. And getting to watch so much of it while still getting to be a part of it and perform in it was really great.
That is so true. Yeah, that's a very rare, like the structure of that show with two, you know, one acts.
Yeah.
That's like an unusual.
Well, also because the way that we did it, if you were forgive my term here, but if you were important in one of the shows, then you had a lesser role in the other one. And so what that meant was that everyone got their moment to shine, and that you also got to see everybody else's moment. And so, you know, Passion was really great for Christina, Paul, and Armine. And you got to see some beautiful ballads and duets. And then in the second act, we literally each got our song that we would perform. And it was really good. So
that's amazing.
I love that show so much.
I loved it.
I missed the set change as much as it was awful. I missed
the set change too. Thank you, Pat.
Wait, that standing side stage. I literally would walk as the curtain was closing with the drills in my hand, just going, all right, let's go.
I think I had that set change planned down to the second. Like, we were so good at that set change.
Less than 10 minutes by the end
I got down to like 8 minutes. I think we got it down
by the end of the run.
That was
people would try and help, but we were like, no, walk
Got
away.
a system. We got a system.
So many cooks. Get out of here.
There were 2 times when we got not standing ovations, but we got applause lines just from opening the curtain because the set was completely different.
Well,
I loved it.
That's incredible. That's so cool. I forgot about that. That's so cool.
Mike and Daniela, how are y'all enjoying Houston so far? Or do you get to enjoy Houston at all?
Yeah, I think so. Danielle, what about you?
I like it here.
Yeah.
We're like maybe 5-7 minutes from downtown.
Nice.
There's a lot of walkability places that we can go to, and yeah, it's been cool. And Mike's really excited because he's praying for rain every single day, so he doesn't have to water like our only 5 plants that we have outside. Compared to what we came from, but yeah, no, I really like it.
So that view looks
I
spectacular.
was gonna say the view is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Point.
Lord. Yeah, and then of course I gotta go back to College Station, work, so I keep her happy, No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's fun. Enjoy it. We're like the theater district's just like right that way.
We're in the art district area, I guess.
Yeah, like our theater art district. So.
Okay, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Are you guys right on the bayou?
About a mile away. So Washington's a big street, kind of like so we're about like half a mile from Heights, which would be that way, and we're like half a mile from Montrose, which would be kind of that way, and then downtown's behind us.
You're in a good place.
Wait, Alana and Dana, what y'all talking about?
He's drunk and emotional.
No.
Okay, so in other words, it's a normal day.
It's a normal Friday.
Who isn't?
It's a normal Diva Dad's day. A normal
Is
Dad's
that a
after
point?
dark.
No.
Do we count point for that?
No point. David. So yeah, I went to Mertzen this weekend.
Yes.
And it was everything that I thought it would be and more, because they actually have a Dollar General now. To do your grocery shopping. They still only have the one blinking light through the middle of town. But there's AstroTurf. If any of y'all saw my post, memories on the old football field, like turf as opposed to grass. That would have probably helped my knees a little bit, but not a whole lot of it. Did not see anyone from my past, which was probably a good thing because Charlotte was with me. I don't need her seeing all that garbage I was a part of. But it was actually really cool to get back to the old stomping grounds. And San Angelo, regardless of what Rodney might tell you, is actually a very beautiful town.
My friend is from there. She just left San Angelo.
San Angelo, it's so beautiful. The Twin Peaks and the Twin Buttes and the water, the reservoirs and all that. It's beautiful.
So for anybody who doesn't know, the reason he was talking to me about this is because I work with somebody from Mertzen.
And our population at the last census was like 780. So yeah, the odds of this are, you can't even put numbers to it. So, I mean, David probably could, but I can't.
Well, he's a statistician, so that makes sense. Well, maybe not a statistician, but a mathematician and therefore a statistician.
Dana, when did you say you left San Angelo the last time?
1994. I graduated in 93 and I went back in 94 for spring break. You were
Me
born
too.
in 93? 94? Holy jeez.
I was born in
Dana,
93.
I've been out of
I was
college for 4 years and married for 3 by 94, if that makes you feel any better.
It does a little, but during the Diva Dad show, it was pointed out that I was pretty much the oldest dude or person, period, on the show. So
you knew this already.
I never really thought about it, but thank you for
We've
bringing it up.
talked about it.
Embrace it. Embrace
Like,
it.
I
Hanging out with all
blocked
these
that out.
youngsters. Embrace it. That's what I do.
We got 1 minute left. Anyone have any other questions for? Wait, where'd she go?
She's down there.
Is. Christina Freeman.
Do you prefer flotsam or jetsam?
Bye, guys. It's been so fun.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Right
what's,
now.
what's your least favorite song from The Little Mermaid?
I know mine.
What was yours? I can't even think of.
Mine was Taylor's song she sang before.
Daddy's Little
Daddy's
Angel.
Little
Daddy's
Angel.
Little
I
And
Angel.
it is
like that.
gross.
It was gross, but you know,
It wasn't like, it was just, I think the music, it was weird. Cause
do you remember that one where I believe it was Ariel, Triton, Eric, and
That quartet?
yeah.
Yes, and Sebastian. That was
only.
I don't recall loving that one.
Okay. I'm going to share Christina's story before we stop the live stream. So Prince Eric was played by a very handsome young college student.
Boy, was he.
Chris Haley, his car smelled like crayons.
He
was in my class.
Good to know. But there was like a moment where Christina was like, flirting in the Christina way, and they had a conversation and they were talking and just like said something casual and they walked away, and Christina is like, yes, another successful interaction with a male.
I love that.
In the very next show, he winds up being your love interest. So
that was gonna be a favorite moment I forgot to mention. And then in the next show that was Sweeney's dad, I was Joanna and he was Anthony, and we got to freeze, an inch away from each other's lips for about 7 minutes.
Yep.
On stage every day. And I really enjoyed that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Christina, for joining us for Diva Dads and Dads After Dark. If those of you that are following us on Facebook, you can look up and you can join our Zoom, but we are ending the live stream and going to Dads After Dark. So again, Christina, thank you. Great guest, lovely show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so much fun. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys all for reuniting with me tonight. It was so fun.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.